Guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So today we're going to go ahead and knock out the youth category stage of Super Battle World with no items. Now, this is a stage that I think definitely could have been very, very tough, but I don't think they made it really all too hard, right? Because the youth category really is not that impressive. Now, for global players, several of these characters are not yet out on global that we are going to be using here to basically make this a lot easier, right? So number one is this Gotenks right here. Now, I have talked a lot about how much I adore this Gotenks. He is amazing. Now, when he super attacks, he raises his defense by 50%, which is very, very powerful. I am noticing we actually got a really bad opening rotation here because Gotenks, again, is going to be very, very solid after he super attacks, raising his defense. But the way these rotations played out, I kind of had to put him in slot one. Like, what am I going to have? No links? Like, it would make things very, very difficult. So I have to be very, very sort of cautious with how we're going to go ahead and work this out, right? So Gotenks, of course, raises defense after he super attacks, which is really, really good. Is going to make his defense a lot better. Now, then, of course, we have the Kid Trunks and the Kid Goten. Those two are tremendously powerful, right? Number one, Trunks and Goten are going to share all of the same links. They have the entire same link set. Now, you guys know how ridiculous the link level update is. So having a rotation with both Goten and Trunks on one rotation, and they're sharing every single link together, is just going to get absolutely out of hand. It is going to get absolutely ridiculous for the two of them being able to have the full same link set. And then after they super attack, they will have 70% damage reduction with, you know, having each other on rotation. So again, that is going to be absolutely nuts, right? Just having the two of them with 70% damage reduction and then also having, you know, a plus 3 million attack set or something like that. Now, they're not at like link level 10 or anything like that. Like, I can pull up my account. I see that Trunks is at basically all 5 and 6 for his link levels. And then Goten is at basically all 5 and 6 as well for his link levels, right? Because again, as I've explained to a lot of players out there, I think grinding up a lot of your good characters to like link levels 5s and 6 and stuff like that makes a lot more sense than really pushing through trying to get full level 10s on all these characters across the board, especially with how many stones it takes, how much stamina it takes, you know, all that stuff, right? It definitely is going to take quite a bit of time. So these two together, you know, like the attack stats they're going to be putting up, we could get even higher if I had them at full link level 10s, but, you know, there's just so many different characters I've been grinding up, preparing for these no item category Super Battle Road stages that I wasn't really, you know, able to get like full 10s, right? Because like Vegeta Family, Super Saiyan, all these different stages I'm working on. All right, so this worked out good. We're going to take a super attack right here. We will survive because, of course, Goten has damage reduction. Now we move on to this turn and our Icarus Kid Gohan. So these two, the two characters, B-Pan, well, actually, no, three. B-Pan, Icarus Kid Gohan, and Kid Goku. I actually have them. They're all pretty much like full link level 9 because I've been using them for the Goku family stage, right? The Goku family stage is pretty tough. So I've been trying to really like eke out as much extra stats from those link levels as possible. And so that's why I like my B-Pan, my Kid Goku, and stuff like that are really, really, really high up in terms of their levels. Now, with Icarus Kid Gohan, we were able to get the healing, you know, by being under, what, 30% HP. We were able to get that healing at the start of turn. Now, that is pretty big because once we were able to activate that, of course, he gets extra attack and stuff like that. He does have a stun chance, but it's just things get a little bit tricky, right, in exactly how I'm going to sort of work this with a lot of these units, right? I have to be very, very cautious around here, right? Now, Gotenks. Now that Gotenks has gone Super Saiyan 1, he gets a massive power buff. He's able to get a lot more attack, a lot more defense, and he still raises defense by 50% on super attack, but now he also has a 70% chance to stun. This Super Saiyan 1 Gotenks right here is a phenomenal beast. He is just an absolute powerhouse, right? So if we're able to get Super Saiyan Gotenks out at all during these stages, he is really, really dramatically going to help us out a lot, right? And again, a 70% chance to stun, that is not anything to sleep on whatsoever, right? He's going to be able to really get a lot of stuns happening an awful lot. So Gotenks is going to be able to carry us, I think, in a lot of situations. So on turn 3, we would still be able to get B-Pan's active skill. Of course, she's going to be able to do a lot of damage. B-Pan for these no-item runs is absolutely spectacular as well, right? With that active skill of hers, she has the stun chance on super attack. You know, she's able to heal quite a bit when she supers as well. I believe going into these 10 stages of Category Super Battle Road, my B-Pan did actually have full dodge, but I went ahead and changed that for her and actually gave her full additional. So, you know, multiple super attacks with her. That's multiple chances to heal, multiple chances to crit, to give us massive healing, and then, of course, multiple chances to stun as well. So, B-Pan getting multiple super attacks is going to be absolutely just huge and, you know, essential to us, like, really getting a lot of extra damage in, right? So, all right. Now we have Goten and Trunks together. So again, they're going to have their full link sets active. They're going to be doing 3+ million damage alongside having 70% damage reduction. Before they super attack, they do only have 40% damage reduction, right? So Trunks, those first attacks he's going to take are only going to be with 40% damage reduction. You guys have definitely heard me complaining quite extensively about how characters with just 40% damage reduction is not actually enough. You know, like, you know, the way Super 17 used to be before ZZA, the way AGL Zamasu is, Exchange Majin Buu, you know, 40% damage reduction alone does not get the job done. But the 70% damage reduction that they're going to have after they super attack, that is good enough for sure. That's enough that they should be taking double-digit damage from normals. And super attacks probably shouldn't do too much more than like 60k or something like that either. So we should be pretty good. Yeah, look at that. Right around 3 million. And again, that's not link level 10. I believe both my Trunks and Goten, they're about like full link level 5s and 6s across the board. Enough for them to make a real impact, but not like, you know, just fully maxed out or anything like that. And then, of course, we have our boy Gotenks at the end. You know, again, in base, Gotenks can do decent damage, but it's not until he goes Super Saiyan that he really starts to get super crazy with all of his extra attack buffs, all of his extra defensive buffs, and then, of course, his stun chance as well. There are a couple of other units I could have brought, right? But a lot of these guys, the reason I'm bringing them is they are having good stun chances, right? Like Kid Goku has this medium chance to stun. B-Pan has a medium chance to stun. We have Icarus Kid Gohan who can stun as well. So I really like our chances with all these different stun characters all over the place, right? That's definitely going to help us out a lot. Again, there are some other, like, very good to decent characters we could have brought. Something like the STR Super Saiyan Gotenks I actually think is a very solid option, because if there's multiple enemies we're fighting against, he does become a very powerful support type unit. 40% attack and defense and 1 key is very good. He also does have a stun chance as well. There's also the physical Super Saiyan Gotenks is another character that, you know, would be pretty decent, I think. He, of course, is going to have that seal chance. But, you know, I would, in a Super Battle Road setting, I would definitely prefer, I think, the Super Saiyan STR Gotenks over the Super Saiyan Physical Gotenks. Because, again, that support type buff, that's a lot of extra defense, attack, key, and then the stun chance, I think I kind of like a lot better for Super Battle Road than the seal chance, but both are decent. Alright, so eating that super attack was not good, but Roshi is at least stunned. So we do have that going for us, right? So we only have to worry about taking attacks from Crane Hermit. Depending upon what happens, we potentially could get the heal from Icarus Kid Gohan as well. Obviously, you know, the Icarus Kid Gohan heal is very important. There are also the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks on the youth category, but I mean, the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks I don't really like using for, like, no-item attempts. They're just way too glass cannon-y. They'll take way too much damage just from basic attacks, right? I mean, that's actually one thing we really could use is, like, a dominant, powerful, like, LR Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, like, attack and defense. I think it would be really good because, I mean, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks doesn't really... The only time he ever gets, like, messed up, honestly, is, like, in Dragon Ball Super, right? He just gets dominated in Dragon Ball Super by various characters, but it's not like Buu really does anything to Gotenks. Gotenks' power just wears out, right? So, like, I feel like they could make, Like, they could make a Gotenks that's like 250% attack and defense for 5 turns or something like that. Like, I think that would be fine. Or even 4 turns. Like, that'd be a ridiculously powerful character. Like, yeah, he's not great for Legendary Goku event, but guess what? There's a lot of events around here that, you know, only for the very first few turns we need that extra power. Another character potentially a lot of people probably would want to use here is AGL LR Gohan. LR Gohan obviously is very, very good. You know, the way he's able to build up his attack and defense, and he raises ki and stuff like that, right? But, like, I don't know. LR Gohan, I definitely could have found a spot for him on the team, right? Like, we could have replaced Kid Goku with AGL LR Gohan, and we probably still could have won. I don't know if it really would have changed things that much, but, like, you know, that's a lot of damage Kid Goku just did right there. And don't forget that any super attacks Kid Goku does in this rotation are going to be a guaranteed crit as well from that passive of his. Kid Goku is actually a very, very good character. Even if people don't really talk about him too much and, like, you know, kind of like act as though he's fodder, like, he's definitely, you know, I mean, he could have been a little bit better, probably. Like, maybe, you know, ki in his passive, maybe he could have started out giving himself 2 ki turn 1 and then progressively got more. That could have definitely helped him out quite a bit. But that Kid Goku is definitely a strong character for difficult events and stuff like that, right? Because, like, remember, you know, there's all these different category stages they're creating. I'm sure there's going to be other sort of difficult content that Dokkan is going to create in the future that will sort of, you know, make it to where, like, you know, having some of these powerful characters, you know, rainbowed or, you know, Link level 10, stuff like that is going to be very, very helpful, right? Oh, actually, another unit that could be really good is the LR Kid Goku and Arale. You know, like, see, like, this turn right here, Goku and Arale would be fantastic because their weakness is actually the same weakness as Goten and Trunks right here, which is that, you know, if they're going to get hit before they attack, they'll take a lot of damage. But if that doesn't happen, they should be pretty fine, right? And, you know, they'll have the defensive raise that they could do. They can seal. They have the damage reduction in slot 1. Kid Goku and Arale is definitely a powerful unit. Okay, we got the double stun right there. Not that it really matters, but nice. One character that it is a shame we can't make use out of here in the youth stage is the LR Kid Gohan, the OG Super Battle Road reward card from the original 10 stages of Super Battle Road. He actually, we can't really use. Well, I mean, we can, but he becomes crazy if there's a Goku on rotation, and it has to specifically be an adult Goku. It can't be Kid Gohan. If there was, like, if we could use, like, a normal Goku, it would be just so much better for us, because then that Kid Gohan, who's going to have, you know, 100k-ish defense, then also has 58% damage reduction, which just makes him a crazy powerful unit, right? I mean, he becomes so, so good. But, you know, for, like, the Goku family stage, we can do that, but not for this one, right? Unfortunately. So, you know, that is what it is. There's also the... Yeah, I guess some Master and Student Bond category is another one that could be good for that Goku. Yeah, for the Gohan. The Goku family stage and the Master and Student Bond stage. Hybrid Saiyans, and then, of course, Youth. We're not going to be able to get a adult Goku on there, but that's okay. All right, so I honestly, going into this, it looked like this was not going to be a successful run. I don't even remember exactly how this plays out, but, like, this is bad because, like, we can get the Dokkan attack, but... I mean, B-Pan must get a stun right here. Like, she has to get a stun. She has to get a stun right here. Like, that's the only way. Although, I don't know. We can't even get a super attack with her, can we? Not if we want to get a super attack with Goten. And I have to get a super attack with Goten. Because we must have his damage reduction. I can't just, you know, go into these stages without the damage reduction for him. Yeah, we missed a super attack with B-Pan. I don't know. Maybe she gets, like, a double super attack or something like that. But this is, like... I'm looking at this like, how do we win? Like, we must get ultra lucky. Yeah, because that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. We're taking a lot of damage right here. All right, let's see how this plays out. Because in these final fights, like, these enemies, it's not like a Dokkan attack. Like, you know, we don't have, like, one of the strongest, like, most powerful units in the game that are gonna, like, just destroy the enemies with a Dokkan attack, right? We don't have that on the youth category team, right? There are characters like that could, like, completely disintegrate. Oh, dude. Okay. Another dodge. Wow. And then now her damage reduction kicks in. Okay. So that's how we did it. All right. See, because, like, again, if we were able to get the Dokkan attack on a turn where Gotenks had his, he was Super Saiyan, sure. But just base form, you know, he's under a 2 million attack stat, right? Which is definitely going to hurt. And then, you know, Icarus Kid Gohan is always going to be better if we're able to get him in slot 1, but we're not going to be able to get him in slot 1 right here because, of course, we need Gotenks right there to do that, the Dokkan attack. So, this leads to a lot of iffy problems because Icarus Kid Gohan, after he attacks, he has a 50% chance to dodge in slot 1, which obviously, right, is going to be super, super good. Like, we want that for sure. And I believe he has a medium chance to dodge in slot 2. And I think my Icarus Kid Gohan has full dodge on him, I believe. I think I actually also have... I might have dodge equipment on him as well. Let me actually pull up my Icarus Kid Gohan and let's take a look. Yeah, my Icarus Kid Gohan has a level 3 defense in bronze, a level 4 dodge for silver, and a level 4 dodge for gold. Because I've pulled so much dodge from Chain Battle that it's like, if I'm going to be doing all these no item attempts, like, obviously let me start, like, using some of these equips, right? Like, I got them for a reason. I don't want to just have them sit in my box. Like, it's better I just use it on this character that I want to dodge anyway. So, you know, who knows which dodges might have been because of the fact that we were able to have all that extra dodge on my Kid Gohan. I think my Kid Gohan, I think it says he has 23 dodge. Let me see. Yeah, he has 23 dodge. Pretty good. So he has a 23% chance to dodge just from his hidden potential system. So look at this. Look what the Dokkan... The Dokkan attack didn't do anything. It did nothing. Like, all 3 of them are still alive. They all have massive amounts of health left. Well, I mean, except for one. Okay, we got the stun right there. That's really good. And a double super attack is so important, too. Because on the turn... Wow, that was really big. On the turn where Icarus Kid Gohan gets his heal... He also gets a massive attack power-up. So he's able to do... If you notice, he does way more damage on that turn where he heals than he does on other turns. That's one big reason we're able to get the W. And then, of course, now Gotenks is transforming, leading us to being in a good spot. There is also the Int Kid Gohan. Actually, he's another unit we could use, right? Because look how many Int units we have, right? Kid Goku, Gotenks... that Goten, you know, bringing Kid Gohan would not be the worst idea. I mean, Kid Gohan and Kid Goku would be a pretty decent rotation. Of course, I'm talking about the 50% Kid Gohan. He would be very solid. Brawl would be good if we're able to have another Peppy Gal category character on the team. So she could have the 60% chance to dodge, but she's the only Peppy Gal category character we'd have, so she'd have a 30% chance to dodge. I mean, we would need that 60% chance to dodge if we were actually going to bring Brawl, right? That would be sort of the only thing. Honestly, the Gotenks and Ghost card is another one we could bring. It's so funny. I pulled up my Gotenks and Ghost, and one of his links is level 5, and then he has 2 level 1 links. But, like, Gotenks and Ghost has the nice stun chance. He's got the healing. He's definitely another unit that could be very good. Honestly, like, I feel like we do need more Gotenks and Trunks and Goten cards to buff up the youth category, but, you know, as we can see, these 2 Trunks and Gotens right here from the Bio Broly movie, their damage reduction and their damage having the same full 7 links just has them hitting so monstrously hard. But there we go. There was youth no item. We got a lot of heals, a lot of stuns to make it possible. I mean, that's how some of these no item stages are going to work, huh? So let me know what you guys think. That's one more stage, no item done. And I'll catch you guys next time.